this video today to demonstrate the exercises for you for the Strong in 35 and Strong in 35 Junior. I apologize for the backlighting, but I have a lot of windows in my house and it's the best I could do this time of day. You may see me looking over this direction. That's because that's where I have my exercises written down so that I don't miss any. So here we go. The Strong in 35 starts with push-ups, and actually they both start with push-ups. And the proper form for push-up is keeping your body straight in line from head to toe and basically just pushing up. You're using your upper body muscles and your core to keep you in that alignment. So a proper push-up would be this. Okay? In the Strong in 35 Junior, there are a lot of modifications that I use. There's the wall push-up, the countertop push-up, and the knees push-up. You can find those in my other video, push-up modifications. And if you are doing the regular Strong in 35 and not the Junior, you're still welcome to modify the push-ups to what suits you, because some people I know have trouble with their back or their core is just not quite strong enough to hold them in that position. Okay, the next exercise in the Strong in 35 is the sit-up. Now typically I do this with my feet tucked underneath the couch or have somebody hold my feet for me. This really works your muscles for your hip flexors and your abdomen. I'm going to show this exercise to you though without anybody holding my feet. Actually, I may try and use this weight and see how that works. Just so my feet don't raise up in the air because they're not supposed to, but they might. So you want to lie flat on the floor with your legs at an angle like this and your hands locked together behind your head. And just lift yourself up. And that's 1. 2. So that's how you do sit-ups. Now sit-ups are not really that great for your back, although we all tend to do them. They're not the best for your back. So if you're looking for something to modify your sit-up, you can try crunches. And I like to use an exercise ball. So when I do my crunches on an exercise ball, I basically sit on the ball, roll forward a little bit so that my lower back and my hips are on the ball, and I just do this. That really works your abs, but not so much your hip flexors like a regular sit-up does, but you'll still get a great ab workout. The next exercise in Strong in 35 is the plank. The plank is basically a push-up position, but you're going down onto your forearms instead of up on your hands. So this would be a plank. And you just hold the plank for as long as the repetition tells you, whether it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, so on and so forth. In the Strong in 35 Junior, I have, actually in either one of them, you can do a plank like that or you can go down to your knees. Makes it a little bit easier if you're not quite ready to be up on your toes yet. That modification looks like this. So I'm still keeping my body in alignment. I'm just going from my knees to my head instead of my toes. The next exercise in Strong in 35 is the squats. Squats can be a little bit difficult. You want to try and keep your upper body upright and then just basically have a seat, okay? You're going to keep your legs about shoulder width or a little bit more than shoulder width apart, not too wide, just at a comfortable position. And then you're just going to sit down and bring yourself up. I'll turn to the side so that you can see what your upper body will look like. Now a lot of people do the squat like this. That's not a squat. Okay, see how I'm bringing my body forward? You're not going to get a good squat like that. You want to try and keep it upright. Now for the Strong in 35 Junior, there's a squat on there, but I actually add a calf raise at the end. So what you will be doing is going down into your squat, and when you come back up, you just bring it up onto your toes and then back down. So you're actually getting 2 exercises for the price of 1 on that. For the next exercise in Strong in 35 is the kettlebell swing. I don't have a kettlebell, so I just use a weight. I basically take my weight and hold it on the end like this. Hopefully you can see me. And you're going to give yourself just a slight squat, spreading your legs, and just a slight squat. You're not going all the way down to a typical squat, just a slight bend in your knees, and you're gonna swing that weight up so that your arms go straight out in front of you. I'll do that from the side so you can see. You can always intensify your workout by adding weight. And that's actually all of the exercises that are in the Strong in 35. Now to the Strong in 35 Junior, there are some different exercises. Starting out with the push-ups, and as I mentioned before, they are modified push-ups, wall push-ups, countertop push-ups, and knee push-ups. And you can watch all of those modifications in my push-up modification video. The next exercise is arm circles. And if you look at the sheet, it shows arm circles with a number times 4. That's because I'm doing them in four different ways, 4 different directions kind of. So if for the first day, I believe it's 10 times 4. So you're going to do 10 arm circles small forward, then 10 arm circles small backward, and then 10 arm circles large backward, and then large forward. So you can see there's 4 different kinds: small forward, small backward, large backward, and large forward. And that's your times 4. That's an arm circle. The next exercise in Strong in 35 Junior is the squat with the calf raise, which I already showed you. Then the plank, which again I've already showed you. Then to the shoulder press. For the shoulder press, at this point you don't need any weights. If you want to add weights later on, that's great. But for starting out, you really don't need it. Just your own resistance is enough. It's the form that you want to keep, you make sure that you're doing well. And for the shoulder press, you just put your arms out like this, and you're just going to lift straight up. Now when my son tends to do it, he kind of crosses his arms like this. That's really not going to get you anywhere. You want to go straight up, almost like a Y or a V, okay? I'll do that from the side. You can see that my elbows are in line with my shoulders. If you have them up here like this, again, you're not going to get the workout correctly. You want to make sure that your arms are back, your elbows are in line with your shoulders, and you're lifting straight up. That's going to give you the best workout for the shoulder press. The next exercise is the walking lunge, and I believe that's the last one. Yes, the walking lunge. And it's pretty simple. You're just going to walk forward, but as you do, you're going to give yourself a lunge and dip down into a lunge. So I'm going to start with my right leg forward, and what's going to happen when you do it is you come down like this so that your leg is at a 90-degree angle and your other leg is knee is almost touching the ground. And then you take another step with the other one just like this. Okay? Let me try that again for you in time so that you can see what it'll look like. So step, step. Okay? And that is 2. If going all the way down that deep is a little too much for you, feel free to modify and just work to try and get to that deep. So you can start out by just doing a lunge this far. And if that's enough for you right now, that's great. But try and work towards the dipping down so that your knee is almost touching the ground. So those are the exercises for the Strong in 35 and Strong in 35 Junior. I hope that helps those who are having trouble figuring out what those exercises are supposed to look like. Thanks for watching.